So Rich, you've been engaged in investing in the small cap community banking area for quite a time now. What do you think the latest trends will be for activist investors such as yourself?
I think the big trend is the fact that we're coming off a financial crisis. So nothing happened in the way of bank consolidation, bank M&A from really 2008 to 2010 because all the banks were frozen. So all that deferred deal making that should have happened naturally as the industry consolidates, that is going to happen now and for the next 3 to 5 years. So from an investable theme, we're really focused on the accelerated consolidation that will happen. And then as activists, we try to accelerate it ourselves.
So from a community bank activist standpoint, are there some other themes, however, that's driving the consolidation besides the pent-up M&A?
Yeah, regulation. It's not fun to be a banker anymore. The boards are tired, the CEOs are tired. It's just not a fun business anymore. It's harder to make money. The economy's not growing. So to try to grow your bank organically is very hard. So really the only way to grow is to do M&A. And if you're a average performer trading at a low multiple, you can't be a buyer of another bank because you can't afford it. So you are more likely a seller. And those are the banks we focus on. Investors typically focus on banks that are well run and are buyers of other banks and are growing. And we tend to focus on the average performers or weaker performers that probably need to find a partner.
Now, what about the larger banks? Now, obviously, of the big banks, there are a lot of regulatory issues, but there are some more regional banks that are, mid cap in scale. Do you think you're going to see a lot more M&A there? Is there room for activists such as yourself in that space?
I think there is. What we're telling everybody is, I think after the next presidential cycle, after the stress test cycle is done, after the regulatory pummeling of all these banks is done, the bigger banks, then I think the Federal Reserve will give a green light to that mid-cap bank M&A. Now, a mid-cap bank stock is actually a very big bank. So we're talking about KeyCorp, Comerica, Zions, Regions Financial, Synovus, which in my world of the banking are top 50 banks. They're very large, but in the investment world, they're actually mid-caps.
But where's the play for an investor, an activist investor?
Right now, there is no play in that space because you're pushing on a string. The regulators would not allow M&A even if you tried.
But down the road a piece?
Down the road, I think, like I said, post-presidential cycle, new view in the Fed. Once the stress tests are done, the capital ratios are set, the Basel Accords are all set, and everybody's comfortable, then I think politically, it's not a regulatory issue, it's a political issue.
All right, well, Rich, thank you for joining us today. I
Thank
greatly
you.
appreciate it.